And conspicuous by his absence following a 3-day holiday weekend, there's no Brian Stallings here today. That's all right. Matt and Donna are here. Good morning, guys, from Elevate Branson. How are y'all?
Good morning, Josh.
Good to see y'all. So let's not bury the lead. Why is Brian not here today? Why did y'all have to get up on a Monday post 3-day holiday weekend and come in here?
Brian is camping with his wife, Amy, and they are quite a ways away.
Okay,
and
all right.
So he asked if Donna and I could be here this morning.
In the ample hands of you two.
So,
That's right. Okay.
We'll see afterwards.
I think it might have involved a pole and some water.
I got you.
Yes.
So earlier this morning, it's kind of wacky that we just happened to be talking about this morning. A recent poll came out about whether or not people felt like their job is meaningless. Let's see here. A new poll found most Americans do feel like their job has meaning. 62% said yes, 18% said they're not quite sure, and 20% feel like they're just keeping a chair warm. They're just keeping the motions of spinning the wheels, as it were, right? And I can totally understand that. But John Browning and I talked about it, and it doesn't matter what you do. If you look for the good in your job, if you look for the service that you're providing and whatnot, then you can get some gratification out of your job. One of the other things we talked about is sometimes when you work for places, different people have different priorities. Not everyone has the same work ethic. We weren't all brought up the same way. And one of the things that I heard when I worked in restaurant business was this place ain't my life. I'm not coming in early. I'm not staying late. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And I used to always say, you know what? Okay, you got a point. This place isn't your life, but you have this place to thank for your life. So you spend more time with your coworkers than you do with your family at home, which is why a program like Elevate Work does so well. Thank you, Ms. Donna. I appreciate that. So tell us a little bit about Elevate Work.
Well, you know what? I love those data numbers because what we do at Elevate Work is encourage people to find a job that they are passionate about, that they find fulfilling. And we do that through an assessment that helps us to kind of gauge their natural talents and abilities and points toward a career path. And then we encourage that career path because you're right. A job is a job. That's why it's called a job.
J-O-B.
Not every day is great. But if you can find employment that you find fulfilling and satisfying, then you're far more likely to go and far more likely to show up and be your best on even those bad days.
And that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what it's all about.
It's the whole thing. You get out what you put in.
That's
you totally do. It made me think of one of the greatest marketing slogans of all time. I believe it was the United States Army. It's not just a career, it's an adventure, right? And you can totally do that no matter what field you try to get into. So when is the next Elevate Work? You got graduation coming up tomorrow, you said, or tonight?
Well, Elevate Work is currently going on. We are have our business panel tonight.
Oh, I got you.
Our students are going to be introducing themselves to 11 business leaders tonight that they have never met. And, we practiced last week, and several of them kind of had some meltdowns in doing that. But, I got to thinking about it. Even myself, when I go to introduce myself to someone who is, let's just say the President of the United States. If I was today told I needed to go and introduce myself to him, I would be really nervous.
100%.
Yeah, and so I think we all find ourselves in those situations where we're nervous about introducing ourselves, and so that's what's going on tonight. Graduation for Elevate Work is May 14th at 6:30. I would challenge everyone to come. Unless you've been to an Elevate Work graduation, you do not understand this class and the success that comes from this class. I want to add, we currently have 11 in the current class, and 7 of them are under the age of 20.
Wow.
So I have 5 high schoolers in my class right now. This is amazing. I've dreamed the last 4 years I've been with Elevate of having a class of young people, and now we have it. And these are kids, these are kids that really have solid goals. And to help them walk through that and develop action plans and set goals to actually achieve that has been the best 9 weeks so far of, this year.
And the fact that you get them young.
That's right.
There's a lot to be said for that. The first job I ever had, I guess I was about 14 years old, and there was a gentleman up the road with 8 fingers that ran a sawmill. I won't tell y'all how he lost to. That's a true story, Matt. I promise it's a true story. And I learned right then and there, like minimum wage was $4.25, I think, at that, or $4.15 at that time, right? Well, Joe paid $2 an hour cash. Right, he didn't worry about. He's like, so that's what you would make anyway. So, dude, I worked like all day long and made like $14.
Wow.
Right, he didn't pay us for lunch. All that time we spent hanging around watching him, like all that. No, we didn't pay any of that stuff. Right, so I learned really hard, like exactly how to go into a workplace. This class. Yeah. Like, if you are a business owner, if you are a manager, if you're someone that has your own business and you're responsible for hiring employees, this is something that you need to look into.
Yes, right? Exactly. Give me a call and participate in some of these business panels and get to meet individuals that are serious about finding employment and want to be good employees.
So May 14th graduation.
May 14th.
When's the next class start up?
The next one starts in September.
Okay.
Fall class in September. You can follow us online for that. And then tomorrow night is our Elevate Entrepreneur graduation. This is at 6:30 in the auditorium at Elevate Branson. And we've got 11 individuals graduating that class. Some of the business fields that they are creating are, some of them I cannot pronounce. Team Elite is a hospitality employee supplier. Health Body is a wellness and fitness center. Mr. Sky Event, social event networking.
Oh.
How about a Shine On Shoe Shine?
Oh, that's fun.
I bet you can't guess what that business is.
No.
No, it's a shoe shining business.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. And then we also have the Spicy Gringo, which is a taco truck, it looks like. And let's see. Then there's several, like I said, I can't pronounce. How about Everyday Home Repair, LLC? Handyman
Something
service.
that we need.
We need that so bad.
Yeah.
I see that all the time.
I'm not the handiest of men, really at all. Miss Carrie tells me all the time, honey, I sure am glad you got pretty eyes, because that's about all you got going for you, son. Yes. You know, I mean, you know how that is.
Right.
So it started out when Brian first came in to talk about Elevate Entrepreneur. Y'all referred to it as Side Hustle U.
Yes.
Right. So, and it totally what it is. If you have an idea for a business, if you're already doing something, if you want guidance on how to legitimize your business, how to make it grow, this is the program for
That's
you.
exactly right. Yep. And the next class, so come to graduation. So what they do here in this graduation is each business will set up a display of what their business is. So it's a great opportunity for individuals to see new businesses that are coming to our area, and then get to talk with those entrepreneurs and build those relationships and get that started. The next entrepreneur class will also be in the fall.
That's awesome. Elevate Branson constantly doing stuff to help this community. This is The Upside. Josh Clark here. I have Matt and Donna from Elevate Branson. So, Matt, you've been pretty conspicuous with your silence over there. When we sat down, you were like, yeah, I'm just going to kick everything to Donna. What you got to say, Matt? What's going on, brother?
No, it's really exciting. I mean, after all of the anticipation of starting the tiny house, as you drive by, it's coming to fruition. It's all the infrastructure is almost done, and so we've got, and I believe it's 19 more houses to sponsor, and then we can put 70 houses on that property along with the outdoor amphitheater. Truly, it is community. There's where people thrive and begin to envision a future for themselves. And so it's really exciting to see that come to fruition. A lot of people don't realize how much, the steps that have to be taken to get there, but now they see the ground breaking. I told Brian, I said, we need to do an event called a ground broken instead of a ground breaking.
That's right. A ground turning,
exactly.
As it were. Yeah, you just kind of scoop up what's already been done. So look, I can remember when we first started the show about 4.5-ish years ago, Brian came on to talk about it, right? And it got to a certain point where whenever he came in, he would give us an update. Well, we have to do a study for this. Well, we have to do a study for that.
Yes.
Well, we're waiting for the results of this. We're waiting for the results of that. And it got to the point where I would just be like, before we went on the air, I'll say, Brian, should I ask you about this? He'd be like, we'll hit it next time, Josh. We'll hit it next time.
I mean, I because I've been there like Donna 4+ years, and people would ask me because I'd get that question a lot,
Right,
and I
right.
would finally just got to the point I say March. It'll be March. We don't know the year. We're not sure the year,
That's right.
but it's going to be March. So anyway, but it's great to see.
It's looking great.
Yeah,
it
it
really is. Every time I drive by, I see a little bit more. And what's cool is it went from nothing. It went
Right.
from absolutely nothing to,
Right.
oh, wow, they got a bunch of space cleared. Oh, look, there's a little tiny model house right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
this is going, that's going. This is going to be a seminal event
Oh, that's
in
without a
Elevate
doubt.
Branson.
It will
Yeah.
be.
It really totally, not for just Elevate Branson, but for this community.
It will be.
As well. So I can't wait for that. So we're looking forward to March.
Yeah.
Y'all. We
Yes, so March has arrived.
That's
March has
exactly
arrived.
right.
So, but yeah, very, very exciting. And anytime anybody would like to see, I mean, tiny houses are a big deal. If you've not seen one, if you'd like to see one, we've had families that wanted to create a legacy, and they have sponsored a house for that their kids, grandkids, great grandkids, relatives they'll never meet can go. And he goes, this house was sponsored by this particular family, and so it's been really great to see. And they were very excited about it coming to fruition and seeing life change.
How can folks sponsor a house? You said you got some more to get
Absolutely.
sponsored?
Well, you can go online. You can come by Elevate. You can certainly give me a call, contact Brian. We will make that happen, or at least give you information to understand what is involved and to sponsor a tiny house. There are other sponsorships available as well, furniture and essentials package, because when people come from incarceration, or they come from being homeless, they have nothing, and they walk in, and I mean, you'll see people's eyes filled with tears. It's part of the two-prong approach. It is personal dignity and community that really does begin to change lives, change the trajectory of lives.
100%. You cannot understate how important it is for a person to feel like they're going to be okay.
Yeah, and
Right.
I would say, Josh, come by and take a tour of Elevate
Right.
Branson.
100%.
Right.
People are amazed at what's going on behind our doors. You just cannot even imagine what's going on until you
can't-
come in.
That's right. And you drive
look.
by, you see the parking lot is full. You see there's
Yep.
people going in and out.
Yep.
Some people are eating. Some people are getting something to drink. Some people are going to the thrift store.
That's
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
Love
right.
the
Yep.
thrift store. It's so awesome. And some people, they're lucky enough to get to meet the true superstar of
Yes.
Elevate Branson, our buddy Theo.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
The
Yes.
therapy dog who, from what we heard today, he's still asleep.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Matt, Donna, thank y'all so much for coming in. It's always great to see you. Tell Brian, I guess we'll see him next time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
if he
We will.
if he can be bothered to get up and come see us.
Come and catch our vision. Please
yeah,
come.
That's
Come and
right.
Catch it.
One more time, where can folks find you online?
ElevateBranson.org.
That's exactly right. Hey, Flipsiders, y'all.